Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CSTV. I'm your host, Kathleen, a girl to Madam CS, and this is the strike. Stay tuned and have it true and real. Kindly remember to subscribe, share, like, and comment on this video. The strike today leads us to the events that are taking shape in Kenya with regard to robbery, with regard to attacks, and with regard to re-emergency of some violent groups that are unleashing violence to the locals. Now, stay tuned and take a. Let's have a grip of what is happening. Welcome back. The striker today is leading us to the security dynamics and developments in the country in the last 1 month. Now, in Kenya, a lot of things actually are happening. You know, politically, we are almost 1 month to elections, and the politics is gaining a lot of momentum. Temperatures are rising. There's political zoning. And more importantly, we have also some candidates being dropped from one political party, you know, in favor of the preferred party and coalition candidates. Economically, oh no, the cost of living is really rising. Fuel prices, the prices of basic food commodities, etc. But now, security-wise, actually, things are also getting hotter, and we have increased cases of robbery with firearms. We have cases of attack and violence being unleashed to non-combatants, to the citizenry in various parts of the country. We have some groups, violent groups, kind of re-emerging, and this is also placing the country in the citizenry at a state of fear, honestly. Now, sometimes back, around 2 if not 3 weeks, we saw a case where a lady, I think it was in Rongai, she was coming to a house in the morning, early hours of the morning. And then as she was crossing her gate, she was accosted and attacked by violent or a gang of individuals who entered his house, who held her under hostage, went around the house picking whatever valuables they could be able to pick, and even made her withdraw money from her bank account and send to a certain M-Pesa number, etc. And when this report came out, it was established that this was not the first case of such robbery in the neighborhood. And you know, it was happening a few meters away from where police post is located. At the same time, we also saw similar cases of a group of gangs who around Kasarani area going round and stealing from shop owners and mobile finance such as M-Pesa shops and banking agents shops. And what came out is that from the security reports, what we were being told, that it is suspected that one of the leaders in this group actually was formerly a police officer and is on the land. So it tells us this somebody who is known, and efforts should be made to capture him and actually restrain him from what he's doing in the country, but to the citizenry in the country. But that said and done, we also had a few days ago 3 women being attacked and raped in broad daylight in Nakuru. Is it Nakuru or Nakuru County? It raises a lot of fear at this particular era that somebody is attacked and raped at 2 p.m. in her home. And a lot of speculations are being given to the confirmed gang. I did a video about confirmed gang in Nakuru city sometimes back, and a lot of speculation is being given to this gang, that this is the gang that is terrorizing residents in Nakuru with regard to attack on women. Some are terming this attack as kind of cultism or ritualistic attacks because they are targeting women alone. But for me, the thing is, it raises the question on the security of everybody, of every human being in that locality, because people are attacked broad daylight, 2 p.m. A woman is attacked and raped in her house at 2 p.m. What will happen when actually it is darkness? And that's it and done. Away from Nakuru, we see another situation in Mombasa, Kibokoni. There are attacks on citizenry that even the residents now are calling upon the county government to increase security and to fight the Kibokoni gangs. Somebody is stabbed broad daylight. So, you know, at a time when the country is experiencing political temperatures and we start seeing these cases of violence, cases of robbery, cases of attacks rising, it really leaves us in a state of despair and in a state of dilemma concerning the security of the citizenry as the days are drawing nearer to the election period. And for the attacks in Nakuru, we have seen even the leaders, some county leaders being summoned for questioning. And this also raises a lot of questions with regard whether is the government telling us that some of these attacks are politically funded or politically instigated. I'm not saying that, but you know, it's an attack that has happened and we have individuals being summoned, and some of these are political leaders for questioning on the same. So it is something that actually leaves the Kenyan citizenry in a state of wondering what is exactly the source of the attacks and why are these attacks happening. And there's attacks like people concealing evidence. When you attack somebody, when you rape somebody, you kill them, and even you want to burn them down. It tells you it's a well orchestrated system, organized system of an organized crime that is happening. These things are not happening simply because they are happening. There must be a reason behind, you know. And what I see on the media is the government talking much about, you know, the Minister of Interior is talking about, you confirm gun now, we are coming to confirm you. And it's not the first time that we are seeing the top security forces in the country actually sending threats to attackers. Even when we see cattle rustling in some parts of Rift Valley and the Northern Frontier District, when Al-Shabaab attacks and everything, when gangs attack people, not only in Nairobi but in other places, we see the government talking, you know, the security forces talking, you know, we will do this, we will do this. And you give ultimatum to the security agencies, you know, the police officers, to bring you the culprits within this particular time. But my question is, how effective are these threats in tackling the real problem? We have seen the Minister of Security talk about ending cattle rustling and holding the perpetrators, the supporters, and the financiers accountable. But has that one stopped cattle rustling in this country? Has that one stopped attacks on some clans, on ethnic groups, because of fights over resources, because of cattle and because of water resources, you know, all those things? And now here we have a gang that is killing people at 2 p.m. broad daylight, and now we see the CS is talking, oh, we are doing this. But my question is, are these talks actually translating to reality on the ground? Do we have these people being held accountable? And I'm raising these questions because in 2002, this country had 18 gangs, only 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 18. But as at 2010, by the time we were passing the Prevention of Organized Crime Act, this number had increased to 33. You know, we have had security policies, strategies being implemented, you know. Even we had the Michuki, you know, when we had the late Michuki as the Minister of Finance or the Minister of Security, and the way he really had his brutal strategy and radical strategy towards these violent groups. Still, they were able to rise from 18 up to 22 or up to 33. But now between 2010 and 2022, it is only 12 years that have passed, and we have over 300 gangs in the country. Look at the report, the Crime and Research Report of 2017. We had 324 gangs in the country. Now, it raises a question, honestly, on whether this thing we stand and send threats to perpetrators of violence actually trickles down to implementing these threats. And if it trickles down to implement these threats, could it be that we are sending some of the partners with these gangs to implement the strategies, rendering the strategies ineffective? Because we have also had cases where we have heard that police guns and police uniforms have been found in the hands of these gangs. And yes, we don't run away from the reality that police officers have been attacked and their guns taken and their uniforms taken to be used by these gangs. But you can also run away from the fact that we have unscrupulous or police officers who are not living up to the ethics and the conduct of the force, and sometimes who cooperate with these gangs in exchange of money. So where are we as a country? And I'm asking this, and where are we headed, honestly, in terms of this security? How many more women are going to be raped for something to happen and for the culprits to appear in court and be sentenced? How many more people are going to be attacked in Kibokoni for the government actually to complete the case of already the suspects? Because sometimes you get that the suspects in these cases already have a pending case that has not been completed, and this person is outside there retelling. Why is somebody being released? Why is somebody even being released and come outside here, and then a few months later he has a case? So those are two cases of this person. What else is needed to justify that this person is a criminal, or this person is a robber with violence, or this person is a gang member and is actually a problem in the society? What kind of investigation needs to be done when we see bodies of people who have been killed by a gang? Which evidence, lawyers, let me understand. Which evidence again do we need to justify that actually a crime has happened and anybody found has to be held responsible? So for me, I feel that as a country, where we are headed to in terms of this security is not the right direction. If it has reached a point where people have to close their businesses by 6, by 5, honestly, because they fear gangs, it tells you where this country will be headed in terms of its economic development. If we see women being raped broad daylight, at 2 p.m. people are being attacked, it tells you where this country is heading to in terms of security. We are living in fear because you don't know whether today you would be attacked. And it's not only in Nakuru. It is everybody in the country has to be afraid, because almost every region in Kenya has a gang. So if the confirmed gang has demonstrated in Nakuru that it can attack at 2 p.m. and maybe this will be a talk of 1-2 weeks and then the thing is done, what will make the Wakwale babes maybe in Mombasa not attack people in 2 p.m. and go scot-free? What will make the gang in maybe Kisumu, like the China boys and so forth, not to attack in broad daylight? What will make a group like Sungu in Kisii not to attack in broad daylight? What will make Mungiki not attack during broad daylight? What will make Gaza not do that? We have so many. What will make these other 324 groups not attack at 2 p.m. where they are? Because confirmed gang is doing that, and we are yet exactly to see the perpetrators held responsible and justice served. I think we need to move more from the narrative of just talking, because the government is the center. It has all the state apparatus of violence. It has all the gangs. It has all the resources that are needed to curtail these groups. So what is parling the government from doing this? What is parling the Ministry of Interior from securing its people? What is the country lacking, and why is that the case? Because it is a basic human right for everybody to live in a secure environment, and it is the responsibility of the government to ensure that you are secure. But what happens in a situation whereby we have kind of a security gap, that people are being attacked broad daylight? And finally, it's not like this thing is happening for the first time. It's only that as a country, we are not learning anything from history. History has taught us that many times towards the electioneering period, we have these violent groups reemerging and reemerging in this country. You know, they go kind of servicing and they are not around. But during the electioneering period, they start appearing. It's high time that we need to understand, why do they reappear during the electioneering period? And who is responsible for their reappearance? Because groups don't just appear. They appear with a reason. Why are they appearing during the electioneering period? So I just think that as we drum towards the forthcoming general elections, there's a lot of security beef up that needs to be done in the country. There's a lot of security control and measures that need to be put, because we cannot be campaigning and promising people better lives when actually they are seriously being butchered broad daylight. Honestly, it makes no sense. You are promising me that you will secure me, but I'm being butchered. Will I even live to fight for you? Will I even live actually to see your next government? You know, it's very important that our leaders take serious the security of this country, especially at this electioneering period. Mere taking of the press and issuing threats to the violators or to the gangs will not help anything. We need to see the police officers on the ground doing thorough operation and bringing the individuals, the culprits, onto book, and we want to hear what has happened to them. Maybe, you know, if you say or tell us somebody has been arrested, so what happens after the arrest? What happens after they have been given a bond, they have gone home, they are doing another crime? So by the time they are being arrested again, it makes no sense. So I just think that we need to take the security of this country seriously, especially at this particular time where the political temperatures are really rising in the country. We need to know where and how do we secure our people. Otherwise, drop your comment. What do you think about the current cases of violence and robbery being reported in the country? Is it a very on the government institution side? Is it a very in the society? Is it related in any way with the political space and time of the country right now? Let me know your opinion and see you next time.